Hey, what's up, family? We back again with another video. I missed y'all so much, and I know what you're thinking. I haven't made a video in about a month or two. It's been a dry spell. What's going on? Am I all good? Personally, I took a break because I felt like the content I was making needs to be 10 times better if it's really going to affect the people that I needed to affect and help others. So with that being said, we back with some more videos, and we posting videos every week from now on, and y'all know I'm consistent.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
As you can see by the title, we going over a great topic today, and this is going to be about building credit and what they don't tell you. Before we start this video off, I think I need to start off by telling you my point of view on credit and how it has changed over this past year. The thing that I used to think about credit that I no longer know is not true anymore is
credit is evil. It's a way for people to spend money that they don't have, and it's just terrible all around.
if you're using credit, then you don't make sense and you make bad financial decisions. But this is a common misconception that comes with credit, because credit and having a credit score actually gives you freedom and purchasing power that you wouldn't ordinarily have with your own money. Now that we got that out the way, I would like you to know that I personally have over a 720 credit score. I've been building my credit over the past 8 months, and I feel like I'll be at least an 800 in the next year or two. And I can get you on the same path just by following these simple tricks that I'm going to be explaining in this video. So what is a credit score? All the credit score is a number that you receive on your likelihood of paying the banks or whatever institution that you're borrowing money from back. Everything that has to do with credit is a business at the end of the day. These banks don't give you their money so you can waste it, spend it on anything and not give it back. They actually seek return on this money, which includes the interest rate that you get on each credit card that you have. The next thing we have to do is go over how you calculate your credit score so you can get the highest score possible. So the first category that determines your credit score is the length that you have had credit. So the longer you have had credit, the more reliable you are. If you only had credit for 1 year versus somebody with 20 years of great experience, they will always trust the person with 20 years rather than you because they know what to expect. So the second aspect that determines what your credit score will be is your credit utilization. All this means is what percentage of your total credit balance that you have are you using each and every month. Know me and a lot of people that I associate with used to think that the more money that you spend on your credit card, as long as you pay it off on time, you're all good. Your credit score should be building over time. But this is not true. This is because banks want to see that you don't really need their money, but you're able to handle their money in cases of use. If you're a person out there that has a $1,000 limit and every month you're spending between $900 in the total amount, this is really bad in the bank's eyes. This makes it seem like you're scrambling for money and you don't know how to really control your finances. In order for you to have the most perfect score possible and build credit steadily, you need to be using less than 10% of your total credit balance. The third category, and which is the most straightforward, is your on-time payments. If every month they see you keep a balance on your card, you're not paying it off in full, this not only makes you pay interest on the money that you're borrowing, but it also shows the bank's red flags on maybe you're not the most stable and steady person to give their money. So the fourth and last way that they determine your credit score is by the types of credit that you have. This is one way I think you have to pay a lot of attention and be careful where you're using your credit in certain instances, because you might be using it in times where you didn't think you were. So this personally means what type of loans do you have? Do you have credit cards? Do you have charge cards? Do you have a real estate loan? Do you have a car loan? These are all things that are really important and all contribute to your credit score. So no, this does not mean go buy a $30,000 car so you can start building your credit instead of just getting a simple credit card that you can steadily build and it doesn't put you a lot in debt. But the further you get down in your journey of building credit, it is acceptable to do things like the house loan and the car loan, and these can all help you in a positive way. So next, I know what you're thinking. If I don't have a credit score, How do I get approved for a credit card? I know I had this same personal question when I found myself wanting to build credit, and I didn't really understand how I was supposed to get one if I could not get approved for any credit card without any credit history. Here's your simple solution. All you have to do is go to your local bank and apply for a secured credit card. 9 times out of 10, every bank has this, and what a secured credit card is all you do is you put a deposit on your credit card before you actually receive it. So for example, you can put a $500 deposit on a credit card, and this is actually your money that you're giving the bank to trust you to pay it back, and then they use this money that you give them to pay off if you don't pay it back. So the same rules apply for the secured credit card. You don't want to spend more than 10%. You always want to pay on time, and you make sure that you keep this account as long as possible and never, and I mean never, cut off any credit cards. So after you had this secured credit card for about 3 to 6 months, this is when you can then apply for a non-secure card, and you can actually start receiving the bank's money. Personally, for me, when I had my secure credit card for 3 to 4 months, after that, I applied for another card where I actually received a $3,000 limit on my total credit. Of course, it makes no difference on where I spend the money and how much I'll spend, but it is encouraging to see that hard work does pay off, and these banks are starting to trust me with their money. So something you can look into after you really built your credit up to about a 750 plus is something called credit card churning. This is where you can go around looking for credit card bonuses that are available, and you can apply for these cards, receive a whole bunch of points that can lead to things like travel, hotels. I can't even get into that topic because it's so much to know. So if you're really interested in it, make sure that you look it up on Google or YouTube. You'll find another video. The older I get and the more I get into personal finance, I understand things like this and how they hold people hostage to their own money. That is a way for you to leverage your money to buy things that you don't have the cash on hand for. So with that being said, you guys, that's all I got for the video today. I really am glad to be back. I miss y'all so much, and I really want y'all to spread the word on how to build credit. I really appreciate you watching the video to the end if you still here, and I would love for you to tell a friend or family member about how they can start building their credit and send them over to the channel. I would appreciate you so much if you like the video and you comment down below something you learned about credit today. Let's get on that journey to building the 850 credit score and keep getting better, one day at a time. Oh, I miss saying that.